with you my December daily pages for days 16 through 22. So at this point, my album is completely finished, but I still wanted to keep sort of the documenting and the sharing of my walkthrough sort of to a week's worth at a time. So we'll end up with 4 videos total for the month of December, and walking you through roughly 6 to 7 pages a day, or in each video. So yeah, I am really excited about this set of pages. Again, December Daily is just one of my most favorite projects. It's one of the projects that I look forward to all year long. It's a chance for me to get really creative. I like making the foundation pages ahead of time and working from that as a template. But what I found this time around was that I also got really inspired by a lot of folks on Instagram and on YouTube that I follow. And I'll link some of them in the description below so that you can sort of follow along too, or go back and check out their videos. I know we're all sort of, well, for some of us, we're probably wrapping up December Daily, but some of us may just be getting started. Those of you who just do the documenting during the month and then do the crafty part later, now's a great time to get some inspiration. So we're gonna hop over to my tall table, and so we can do a top-down view, and so I can show you a walkthrough of days 16 through 22 in my 2019 December Daily album. Okay, everyone, so starting with day 16, I'm gonna walk you through day 16 through 22 in this video, and then we'll come back around to the rest of the album. So for day 16, my story was about wrapping presents. And so I was inspired by Iris Fox, who is at Whimsy Fox on Instagram. And she had shared a page where she had taken a photo of her standing amongst all the gifts that she was giving, or some of the gifts that she was giving. So I really liked that idea. So I laid out all of our gifts, which was great for wrapping anyway, and just took a nice wide angle photo of all of those. Added just one of the labels and one of the puffy heart stickers to give a little bit more context. And then what I did on this side is the number is from the LE Studio Document December kit. Those were the numbers that were included in the kit this year. And I just cut a 3x4 piece of each of my wrapping papers and put them in with this card from the kit that had the stack of gifts along the side, just a journaling card, and stamped out wrapping presents at the top. And this is from the Holiday Word Phrases stamp set, which was one of my absolute favorites this year. So day 17 was about documenting the holiday movies and specials that we'd watched this year. So I wanted to make a big statement page with a quote from Elf. So I passed through the 7 levels of the candy cane forest, through the sea of swirly twirly gumdrops, and then I walked through the Lincoln Tunnel. And that's just, Elf is one of our favorite holiday movies in our family, and so I just wanted to document that. So I printed this out. This is just photo paper. I used the color picker tool in Photoshop to pick out the pink from the Document December kit, and used that on both of these, and then just overlaid it with a green from the kit in the text. And so what I did here, this is actually, these TV shapes are from the Watch Story kit from Ali Edwards. And what I did is I actually found this idea from someone else. They sort of accordion folded a bunch of them together, and so these are all the shows and movies that we document, or that we watch this season. So I added an Avery Index tab and just stamped out holiday movies there, and added just a little image from each movie or show or special that we watched. And so on the back we've got Die Hard, Christmas Vacation, the Casey Musgraves Christmas special, Gwen Stefani's Christmas special, which is old, but we hadn't watched it before. Frozen, I had never seen Frozen before. My husband and I had not seen that all the way through, so we watched that. And then this is actually a scene from The Office, one of the Office Christmas episodes. And so on our media server that we use, my husband actually made a Christmas show playlist. That was all of our favorite sitcoms and shows, all holiday episodes. So things like Friends and The Office and How I Met Your Mother were all in there. And so that was something that we watched just throughout the month as we were looking for things. And so then the journaling down here, Matt coordinates with the number. These are puffy stickers, puffy numbers from one of the old Document December kits. Maybe from 2018, I think, from Ellie's studio. This is a super chunky page. You can see just how thick that page really, really is. And I don't love that, but I love the way the page turned out, so it's fine. So that's day 17. Day 18 was just a simple story of getting together with our friends who are family for dinner on the 18th. And so this was a 3x4 card that I made as part of my foundation pages, but then I ended up changing it around. I think it was initially for like day 12 or day 13. And I ended up doing something different. So I just set this whole card aside because it was already decorated and done. I'd taken off the puffy stickers that were on there. I really like the puffy stickers from Ellie's studio because they're not super, super sticky. They're sticky enough to stay on projects. I have yet to have any of them fall off, even when they're outside page protectors like these are. But they're also sort of repositionable at least a couple of times. And so I just took off the 12 or 13 that was on there and replaced it with the 18 when I figured out what I wanted to do. What I wanted to do was add a big 4x6 photo of the 5 of us at dinner. And then I adhered another 3x4 card on the back of it and wrote my journaling. And then I just created a little fold out piece. I don't know if you can see that little strip right there. That just creates the fold out for this. And so that was a nice simple story for day 18. Day 19 is the story of my husband working on a special gift for my father-in-law that is not really going as planned. It's actually still not finished. We're in January now. So it's going to be a gift that comes later just because we had a lot of difficulty with the making of the project. So I used the word phrase I used puffy alpha stickers down here to spell out make someone happy. These giant wood veneer are from an Ellie Studio release earlier in 2019. And then my husband actually did all the journaling, and so I just printed it white text on green. I was just really loving that this year. Doing the sort of colored journaling blocks is just something that was super fun, and I really enjoyed including in my album this year. And so this is just his journaling about the project and how not great it was going. Day 20, this is a combination of stories. So these were Christmas concerts for our nieces and nephew that took place between the 18th and the 20th. So I just included them all in one because we couldn't actually make it to my nephew's because we were at dinner with friends. And then we went to each of my nieces, but they were on different days and there wasn't a ton of photos from any one of them that they needed their own story. And so I just combined them here, used the Christmas concert and added the S card from the main kit, used some of the big Christmas labels. I think these were from the December release that was just for the month of December. And then I added their first initial of their first name and their current age using some of the puffy alphas. And so simple and done. Considering how complex some of my other pages are, a simple and done in the pocket pages day is much welcomed. All right, so for day 20, nope, this is just an extra story. So, oh no, this is day 21. I need to find a way to put a number on here because I just realized I don't have a number on here. Maybe there's a number in there? Nope. Okay, so day 21 was the 21st, and that was the winter solstice. And so I had taken this photo out our front window of our neighborhood. Maybe you can see it a little better there. Yeah. Of the sunrise that morning. And it was just this beautiful peachy fading into blue color in the sky, and you could still see some of our neighbors have their twinkle lights on still. It was just a really pretty photo. And so I printed it on vellum, and then I did my journaling underneath, printed out. I just do all my journaling in Photoshop and print it because I can size it precisely and all of that jazz. And I made this just a big giant tag in my album. I made the page a giant tag shape because I had seen someone else do it. I don't remember who it was at this point. Do a big giant tag. They had done a photo of themselves on the vellum. I just love that idea. So then on the back is just a full-size photo of our dog out playing one frosty morning. I don't even know if this picture is from the 21st. I think it's from a different day. And I just wrote used one of the word phrase stickers, winter has arrived, and a puffy heart. But you can see all the frost on the ground. The sky is really cold looking. She's wearing her little sweatshirt. And then inside, so I just made it, I only adhered it around the outside here. And used red line tape to create that adhesion so it stays together. And then inside, I put just a double-sided journaling card that actually talks about, so my journaling here talks about like winter solstice is the shortest day of the year and the longest night, but I don't know how this was the shortest day because each of these bullets is what we got done in that day. And so I really wanted to capture that. And so I had done my journaling that day of like, this is what happened today, just to run through, sort of bulleted list of everything that we did. And I wanted to include that in addition to my journaling that I wrote that was more sort of thoughts and feelings based. And so this just slides in. It's got the little Avery index tab on there that says savor the moment, so people know to pull that out. And then day 22 is a half circle page. So this is something I made for foundation pages. I believe I had this was another day that I had, I think it was supposed to initially day 17. And so I had a different set of stickers here, but just swapped that out. I included a small Avery index tab so people know to like turn this. And then on the inside, I have a photo of our pup with some of the acetate pieces just stapled in place. And then journaling, again, this is printed on photo paper, so the color's nice and crisp and stays nice and crisp because the color is sort of sitting on top of the paper rather than getting soaked into the paper for day 22. So this is all journaling about getting ready for the holidays. So we spent the weekend preparing for all the hosting that we were going to be doing, all the different events that we had going on, and just a little bit of thoughts and feelings journaling about that. And then on the back of that, this is an old piece of 6x8 paper from an old LE Studio Document December kit, a pocket envelope from the packaging, and I talked a little bit about that in my foundation pages. And then inside I have a picture of our niece. Our nieces spent the night with us over the weekend, and so inside I've got a little picture of her. She helped me do my letter board for that day that she was here. And actually, she just did it. She didn't help me. I didn't help her. She did it while I was working on something else. And so just included that as a little tag. And then added word phrase stickers on top that say counting down the days. So that's days 16 through 22. As you can probably tell and see, at this point, the rest of my album is completed and done. I'm going to share that in another video, days 23 through 31. So I went all the way through the end of the month. But I'm going to share that separately, sort of, again, just looking at like a week at a time and keeping the same pace for what we have done so far to keep the videos a little bit shorter for you all. So I hope you found some inspiration in there. If you've got any questions, please leave a comment below. If you enjoyed this video or found something useful, please give it a thumbs up. And if you are not already a subscriber, I encourage you to consider subscribing for more inspiration